When we were able to give it back, we said, brother, we appreciate you with some interest on top, because I don't ever want nobody to think me and my husband.
Weight in the world right now. So yeah, she'll speaking of weight, she'll be back. She's really heavy. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
In 15 years in Hollywood, no one in Hollywood has a memory of going to a sold-out Kevin Hart show.
My success is my success. I want everybody to win. I love everybody.
I love that. Once again, you know.
Tyler Perry's response. All right, let's dive into Tyler Perry's response to Monique's criticisms, because things got real interesting there.
That's what's scary, to have no clue.
Yeah, because just doing that bit today ago, I didn't know what's going to happen. But the fun thing is,
when we were able to give it back, we said, brother, we appreciate you with some interest on top, because I don't ever want nobody to think me and my husband.
He was so full of wisdom and love and correction. Listen, I'm 6'6" and I love being a man. That was something I wanted to.
I said no to Tyler Perry, I said no to Lee Daniels, and I said no to Lionsgate.
Monique wasn't holding back when she called out the industry for its practices and the lack of support for black talent. She had some strong words, and you could feel the heat coming off her statements. But then enter Tyler Perry to address the situation like the boss he is. Perry didn't just brush Monique's concerns under the rug. He took them head on. He basically said, hey, let's talk about this, and that's pretty darn cool. Instead of getting defensive or ignoring the issue, he wanted to have a real conversation about it. And let's be real, that's the first step to fixing any problem, right? Now, what really stood out was when Perry talked about unity and understanding in the entertainment biz. He wasn't just talking about some fluffy stuff here. He meant business.
Advice. So like, Tyler, what do I do about this? So I've got friends who are going through and they want, answers to questions. So
for having us.
Why you keep thinking them and not me?
You know what, brother? You're going to hear yourself a lot from me lately.
Weight in the world right now. So yeah, she'll speaking of weight, she'll be back. She's really heavy. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
Okay, then you got the people at home looking like, what does she get ready to do?
He knows that when folks in the industry stick together and support each other, amazing things can happen. It's like when you've got a lethal ensemble cast in a movie. Everyone brings their A game and magic unfolds on screen. Perry understands the power of collaboration, and he's all about lifting each other up. But here's the kicker. Perry's response wasn't just about him and Monique. It was bigger than that. He was shining a spotlight on a much-needed conversation about representation and opportunity in Hollywood.
When all of y'all said privately, to include Oprah, all of y'all said privately.
It takes me somewhere because this woman endured so much pain.
And I want y'all to re-listen to the podcast so you can hear it for yourself. When he first comes on,
he knows that there's still work to be done to ensure that everyone, regardless of race, gender, or background, gets a fair shot at success in Tinseltown. So Tyler Perry's response wasn't just a clapback, it was a call to action. And that's the kind of energy we need more of in the entertainment world. Cat Williams' accusations. Buckle up, because we're diving into the drama between Cat Williams and Kevin Hart. And let me tell you, it's like a roller coaster ride of accusations and challenges. Cat Williams, the straight-shooting comedian, steps into the ring and starts swinging punches at Kevin Hart. He's throwing shade left and right, questioning Hart's authenticity like it's nobody's business.
In 15 years in Hollywood, no one in Hollywood has a memory of going to a sold-out Kevin Hart show.
Hopefully one day the next step will be the Oscars. It's about setting goals. And that's, you know what, I want to talk to you too, guys.
Right. We found out he can't sing, can't dance, and doesn't write jokes. He did 4 comedy specials.
My success is my success. I want everybody to win. I love everybody.
I love that. Once again,
Williams isn't buying into the whole Kevin Hart is a comedy genius narrative. He's raising an eyebrow and saying, hold up, something smells fishy here. Williams isn't afraid to call it like he sees it, and he's straight up accusing Hart of being a product of the entertainment industry. He's basically saying that Hart's rise to fame wasn't all sunshine and rainbows. There were some puppet strings being pulled behind the scenes. Ouch, that's gotta sting. But wait, it gets juicier. Williams isn't just content with throwing verbal punches. Oh no, he's throwing down the gauntlet and challenging Hart to prove himself. He's like, all right, Mr. Big Shot, let's see what you're made of. Williams wants to see Hart put his money where his mouth is, quite literally. He's proposing all sorts of competitions, basketball, boxing, you name it, just to see if Hart has the chops to back up his comedy crown. It's like a showdown in the Wild West, except instead of pistols at dawn, it's punchlines and punch-ups. Williams isn't backing down, He's making it crystal clear that he's not buying into Hart's carefully crafted image. He wants to see the real deal, and he's not afraid to ruffle some feathers to get there. So Cat Williams isn't pulling any punches when it comes to Kevin Hart.
I said he didn't have any of those TV shows at the time.
I know you talking about Cedric.
Joke stealing from
Wife is going on tour with
I
Kat.
want everybody to win. I hope the tour is great.
I love that. So you are supportive of her.
What he told everybody was, Cat Williams, don't nobody know who he is. I'm on the radio.
Take responsibility for what you chose and say, you know what, I gotta fix me, and I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna stand up for comedy.
He's calling him out, challenging him, and stirring up a whole lot of drama in the process. And you know what? It's making for some seriously entertaining theater in the world of comedy. Decade-long feud. Let's talk about the heavyweight showdown that's been brewing for almost a decade, Kevin Hart versus Cat Williams. This feud isn't just your run-of-the-mill spat, it's a full-blown clash of comedic titans that's had fans on the edge of their seats for years. Two comedians, both with larger-than-life personalities, going head-to-head in a battle of wits and words. It's like watching a verbal boxing match unfold right before your eyes.
You ever see somebody get knocked out, man? Like knocked out. I'm talking about in person. Like you witnessed somebody get knocked the hell out.
You gonna set the record straight?
Are you kidding me? You let Ricky Smiley sit here and you said out that mouth.
I'm at a point where I breathe and I laugh because I say that's air.
From public confrontations to fiery exchanges on social media, Hart and Williams have spared no punches in their quest for comedic supremacy. And let me tell you, it's not just a case of playful banter. These guys are laying it all on the line, trading insults and criticisms like there's no tomorrow. The comedy circuit has become their personal battleground, with each joke and jab adding fuel to the fire of their ongoing rivalry. But here's the thing, it's not just the comedians who are invested in this feud. The whole entertainment industry has been keeping a close eye on the drama unfolding between Hart and Williams. Fans are glued to their screens, awaiting the next chapter in this epic saga. From Kevin Hart's rise to fame to Cat Williams' unfiltered commentary, every twist and turn in this feud has been dissected and analyzed by fans and critics alike.
I don't do it so I can sell product, and I got things to sell, so let me come talk.
I'm at an age where I don't argue. I just leave. That's my new move. You can argue with yourself. I'll be back.
Like, you gotta be doing karaoke around the country to make that work.
Right.
And he is.
I have 1 year where I was number 3. The other years I'm number 6, I'm number 7. These lists are researchable.
It's like a real-life soap opera with plot twists and cliffhangers that keep everyone guessing. So, whether you're Team Hart or Team Williams, one thing's for sure, this decade-long feud has cemented itself as one of the most captivating rivalries in the world of comedy. And as long as these two comedic heavyweights continue to trade blows, you can bet that the entertainment world will be watching with bated breath. The challenge. Get ready for some serious showdown action because Cat Williams just threw down the gauntlet and challenged Kevin Hart to a battle royale of epic proportions. Williams, with his trademark swagger and no-holds-barred attitude, steps up and proposes a series of competitions to Hart.
The guy that sits on top right now have taken advantage of all the money that I have. I've shot over 56 specials.
Cat Williams had to take the risk in front of the studios and the cast and our powers that
brand that's expanded so fucking far, whether you like me or not. My presence in comedy will forever be felt.
That'll put their skills to the test. We're talking basketball, boxing, and even a comedy showdown where they'll go head-to-head in a battle of the funniest punchlines. But here's where it gets really juicy. Williams isn't just in it for the bragging rights. He's putting his money where his mouth is and suggesting some hefty monetary bets to sweeten the deal. He's basically saying, hey Hart, let's see who's got the chops to back up all that talk. And you know what? Williams isn't messing around. He's ready to compete on all fronts, showing that he's not afraid to step outside his comfort zone and take on whatever challenges come his way. It's like watching Rocky Balboa gearing up for the fight of his life, except with a whole lot more punchlines and comedy gold. But here's the real kicker.
Action star, man. I can flip. I did my own stunts.
His documentary with Chris Rock, where he shows you that his whole upbringing in comedy was on.
I step here, there's a cloud. There's always a cloud over here, and you create that cloud.
Me?
Williams' challenge isn't just about settling a score between two comedians. It's reigniting the flames of their rivalry and sending shockwaves through the entertainment world. Fans are buzzing with excitement, awaiting the showdown of the century between these two comedic heavyweights. So whether you're Team Williams or Team Hart, one thing's for sure. This challenge has taken their feud to a whole new level, and we're all just along for the ride. Get ready for some serious laughs, some intense competition, and maybe even a few surprises along the way. Because when Cat Williams and Kevin Hart go head-to-head, anything can happen. Continuing rivalry. Hold on to your seats, folks, because the drama between Kevin Hart and Cat Williams is far from over. Despite the occasional olive branch and moments of peace, these two comedic heavyweights just can't seem to bury the hatchet. Yep, you heard that right. Even after a few rounds of Let's Make Nice, Hart and Williams are still slinging insults and trading barbs like it's nobody's business. It's like watching a never-ending ping-pong match of verbal sparring, and let me tell you, it's as entertaining as it is intense. Recent remarks from both sides have only fueled the fire of their rivalry, shining a spotlight on the deep-seated animosity and unresolved issues between them. From Hart's quips on social media to Williams' unfiltered commentary in interviews, it's clear that these two aren't about to let bygones be bygones anytime soon. And you know what? The entertainment industry is eating it up with a spoon. The competitive tension between Hart and Williams has become a hot topic of conversation, with fans and industry insiders alike weighing in on who's winning the war of words.
No, you gotta be hard. A black man in America, you gotta be a hard.
You know, even Charlamagne, a lot of people were saying that Cat was trying to downplay your accomplishments. What to you is the driving force behind your success?
But here's the thing. This rivalry isn't just about who can come up with the best insults or the sharpest punchlines. It's about ego, pride, and maybe even a little bit of insecurity thrown into the mix. And as long as those elements are in play, you can bet that Hart and Williams will keep duking it out in the public arena. So grab your popcorn and settle in, folks, because the feud between Kevin Hart and Cat Williams shows no signs of slowing down. And who knows, maybe we'll get a few more rounds of verbal sparring and comedic chaos before all is said and done. That's all for this video, folks. See you next time.